Thank you. Right. Put my phone here. All right, guys. Today, I believe we are going to be doing two builds on stream today. Both going to be Y70 cases, just a little bit different. One's going to be our typical Y70 premium build, and then this one that we have here is going to be, it's a Y70 custom build. In this Y70, the customer did put um, the best CPU right now for gaming, the Ryzen 7 9800X 3D. For the cooler, they did go for the Trix Panorama 360 LCD cooler. For motherboard, they do have an Asus ROG Crosshair X870, I believe, X870 Hero. For RAM, they went ahead and went with Corsair Dominator Titanium RGB, 64 gigabytes of DDR5 6000 megahertz RAM. For storage, they have 2 terabyte M.2 Gen 4 NVMe, and they also have an SSD, a Crucial T705 2 terabyte M.2 PCIe. For the graphics card, they do of course have the 5090. They're gonna be getting a Gigabyte 5090. For power supply, they are gonna get a 1200 watt power supply because you do need 1200 watts or more for 5090. So they are gonna be getting a Lee and Lee G 1200 watt power supply. For case fans, they did go ahead and choose their Lee and Lee Unifans LCD fans. It's gonna be pretty cool. A lot of LCD with the panorama cooler, LCD fans, and then the LCD, of course, that comes with the Y70 case. And that's pretty much it. Actually, they did also choose to get streamers, so it's gonna be a lot of RGB, a lot of LCD, a lot of colors in this case. Should be a pretty easy build to build since not that many wires to work with. The good thing about this power supply is we do have a USB 2.0 hub in this power supply that it comes with for those LCD fans, because they do need a USB 2.0 and a fan power for each fan, for every pair of 3 fans or whichever ones you connect. But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty easy build. I don't know what the other second build has. Like I said, I'm pretty sure just like our regular Y70 premium build. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started on this one. We'll go ahead and move the case, move the stuff around here so I can get access to the motherboard. Hey, just wanted to ask if I wanted to replace fans from AIO, um, the Hydrostrip LCD 360, what size should I put? The Hydrostrip. Are you talking about the Lee and Lee one? I believe that one takes 120 millimeter fans. If you're talking about the Lee and Lee one. Remove the case. Get the motherboard. Sorry, our CPU, NVMe, RAM, and our NVMe CPU RAM. I believe we are missing an SSD, but we'll go ahead and get that after. ahead and open this up. Really nice motherboard here. Snap down there. Taking out all the accessories and putting over here with the extra parts. So it gives it this. There you go. Alright, got our motherboard here. Yeah, they didn't need hydrogen LCD. I'm planning to replace it with TLA's model of Noctua, but I'm not sure if the size fan should I put. Yeah, I believe it's 120 millimeters on that on the AIO. 120 millimeters. Your most standard fan that every company makes. Open up our NVMe here. Go. Yeah. The most difficult part about this build is most likely going to be just the routing of the USB 2.0 on the fans. That's pretty much it. We got two NVMe's. We got a 2 terabyte and a 4 terabyte. Let's see. All right. Yeah. We're gonna put the Gen 5 in the first slot, in the main slot here, and then we'll put the Gen 4, the other 2 terabyte Kingston one, in these other slots. Y60 touch build. It's a Y70 touch build. A little bit bigger than the Y60. Yeah, we'll be doing 2 of those today. This one's more of a custom build that the customer picked out most of the parts. And our second one's gonna be one of our already pre-configured builds. What's up, Osama? Welcome to the stream. All right. Now we're just gonna put our RAM in here, and then we'll be done with the motherboard, and go ahead and put it in the case. That's what. What's up, A1? I hope I'm saying your name right. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. All right, we got everything done with the motherboard itself. Now let's go ahead and get it started and put it into the case. Okay, need our screw box here. We're going to take out our motherboard. There we go. Put our little tray right there. All right. Let's go ahead and get the case ready. think this time I'm gonna remove this bracket. That's so. It's not our way here. That's just 4 screws holding the vertical mount. I typically just leave it, but I'm just gonna remove it this time, just because I have noticed that when I am building, the vertical mount will be hitting sometimes the motherboard. So just for safety reasons, we're gonna go ahead and remove it. Gives its clearance, just 4 screws. Just go ahead and put the motherboard in. It's already set up for the motherboard itself. The standoffs and all like that, they're already pre-configured and it's perfect for us. There you go. And it has like the anti-lock. It's just screwed in. All right, 2 more screws. That's only use my actual screwdriver. More tougher spot to get to. All right, we got the motherboard all in. I'm gonna go ahead and connect all the case cables to the motherboard, just to get these cables nice and neat before we start getting more fans in here and get more kill mat with these. All right, got our F panel here. Our USB 3.0 cable here. Perfect. USB Type C. All right. HD audio over here. Try to remove this HDMI bracket for the screen, just because it gets in my way for to connect the HD audio here. There you go. Now you can just screw it back in. Now we do have a USB 2.0 for the screen itself. This one for the screen does have to go directly onto the motherboard. You cannot put it on a splitter, or else in the software it will not work. All right. Go ahead and do a little bit cable managing over here in the back. Just get these cables situated. All right. All right, bro. We unfortunately don't have any old gaming laptops. I do need my light gun. Just cut these zip ties here. Okay, I have an RTX 2060. Well, that's a pretty old card. Fortunately, we do not have any giveaways currently right now. Well, hopefully we should be hosting one soon. Sorry, I honestly don't have any control about um, giveaways and stuff like that. Looks like I'm hiding. No, I'm just doing the KO management over here in the back of the case. Try to make it look nice and neat for the customer. This is like the more time consuming part, the kill managing, making it look all nice in the back. Even though you don't see it, but uh, it's the more time consuming part. All right, we got that done. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and start putting in the fan. So in this case, we're gonna be using the knee fans, the LCD ones. So we do have to put 3 reverse here. So we have uh, 3 intake, 3 exhaust, and then 1 more exhaust on the side here. So 3 reverse fans are gonna be put here on the back. And then our radiator with our 3 exhaust fans are gonna be on the top, and then 1 exhaust fan here on the side as well. Let's go ahead and get those set up here. Remove all the plastic from these fans here. All right, we got 1. Let's go ahead and open the other 2. What's up, chicks? Is it real? Yeah, it was real. It's a real stream. Welcome to the stream. Just getting the fans ready here. All right, that's 2 fans. Actually, 1 more for these back intake fans. All right, now let's go ahead and connect them together. Link them up. And then they do come with these like little rubber things to cover the screw holes. We're gonna remove them because then we won't be able to screw into it. Remove the back ones. Get it to the customer. Get our screws ready. Then you connect one of the cables to the fan. Go. All right. It's connected. Now we go ahead and put it into the case. All right. Let's go ahead and line them up. Screw it in. What's up, Vincent? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Gamer Play to win. Welcome to the stream. All right, we just need 2 more screws for these intake fans, and then we're gonna one exhaust, and then we're gonna work on the air cooler. All right, so we got these fans in. Let's go ahead and just route this cable to the back here. Perfect. go ahead and get a cable for this one as well. So this case is fairly easy to build in. Like I always say, it gives you a lot of space in the back to do a lot of cube managing. Pretty easy, not that many fans you can put in this case. The maximum fans you could put is 10, 3 at the very bottom here, 1 on the side here, 3 on top, and then 3 on the side. Here in the back, you can even put a 140 millimeter fan. I would suggest to put a 140 millimeter fan. It looks better, and um, yeah, it looks better, and it fills up like this whole big gap here. You can even put another LCD screen. We have done that before. We have put an LCD screen here and all LCD fans as well. So it was like four LCD devices. So the LCD on the case, LCD on the fans, LCD on the cooler, and then that big LCD over here on the side. Mhm. Tips on your first PC build? Pretty much just look up like videos if you don't have like any ideas like what to build. Look up videos. What are the best specs to put together? Um, Case really it all comes to when you first get it. Just read the manual if you don't understand what goes where. Um, Fractal's pretty good in telling you exactly what could go where, like where you can put a 240 millimeter AIO, where you can put like a 360, what how many fans for the case and stuff like that. You could look up all those specifications before you buy the parts. Um, but yeah, like I said, the hardest part is most likely just cable managing. And the back probably takes the longest. If you were just to build like the computer, just put the fans in, motherboard in, power supply, probably take you like, well, at least it'll take you like 35, 40 minutes just to put it all in. Just the kill managing does take a little bit longer. But I do have to check on something. Um, and then I'll be right back. Alright, guys, we are back. Just a little mixing with the fans here. Um, let's go ahead. Put these to the side. These are non-wireless LCD TL. Pretty much the same as wired. Um, these are the wireless ones, so these are the correct ones. Just a little bit mix up with the fans here. Go ahead, get this one ready. Sorry for the wait. How much does this PC cost? This one I don't know. I know our premium build probably goes for. Let me tell you how much. I believe our premium build goes is between 6,000, I believe. But yes, you gotta put into account they do get the best of the best parts. They get best motherboard. Um, not that best motherboard, but a very high end motherboard. Um, you get your 5090. You get a premium cooler, premium fans on our premium build. All right. All right. Again, we have to remove these rubber little caps for the screws here. Pretty cool because when you put your AIOs, the fans on the AI, you put the caps back on, come with the screws on the fans on the AIO. Just give it a little more cleaner look onto the AIO and the fans. But yeah. Back to your question, what's like the best tip I can give you? So the best tip I could probably give you, like I said, for building your first computer will probably be just look up videos. To be honest, if you don't know, if it's your first build and you don't have that much knowledge in building a computer, there's a whole bunch of YouTube videos out there now showcasing how to build a computer. It really shows you step by step how to build it. Always take it slow. Don't try to rush it. Take your time. And then the kill measurement will be up to you. Like I said, that's probably what takes the longest is kill managing, and make it look all nice in the back. But if you don't really care about kill managing and stuff like that, just building it is really easy. There's not really much like any like crazy things that you do have to do. Um, like I know a lot of people like get scared because they don't want to put static like on their stuff like that. These new parts, all these new PC components or stuff like that are. I'm not gonna say they're anti-static, but they could still get static. But it's not like to the point where like they're gonna short out or anything like that when you're building. Um, yeah, they really came a long way um, in these components already, where it's to the point where like I'm not gonna say there isn't a possibility that it could short, but it's like a very low chance um, that it could.
Question, what do you want? You guys want the other order?
You can put it right there on, right there.
Alright. More. The cases are still in the warehouse.
All right.
I don't know if you need that one or you need me to bring it to you.
Yeah, can you bring it?
Let me get the other. You absolutely need me to do it or? Did I clear up something? No.
All right, let's get our cooler ready. This Trix cooler is actually really good. One of my favorite coolers that we do offer here at Beer Lake. Gives you like that nice 360 view on the LCD screen from your standard regular cube LCD.
Should be everything you need for it.
All right, thank you.
I mean, you still need the case, but at least let me know if you miss anything.
All right.
I'm opening the case. I'll put it right here.
Go ahead and put our fans in.
There you go.
Thank you. You close the door. All right. I don't know why they put in that plastic wrap. They should just put in that bubble wrap like the other ones come with. All right, and then we do have to remove all the little rubber things here, front and back. The screw does need to go through. Once once we put in the screws, we can put in the front ones again. All right, put this to the side because we are going to be using them for the front. All right, let's go ahead and connect our cable as well. So Sandy's Kitchen, welcome to the stream. Sandea's Kitchen, I think I said it wrong. Yeah, Sandea's Kitchen. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we'll put it right here at the bottom. Double check. Gonna go like this. All right. Gotta flip it. really conveniently on each version of each of the fans. They've made it where you could flip the little plastic part, so it gives it a more cleaner look. So the cable's just getting routed one way. Right. Let's go ahead and put our screws in. Right. Go ahead and screw them in. All right, then we can put these black covers on back on, just to cover the screw holes. Even though the screws are pretty nice, like a nice silver look to them. Let's put this back on. Get a nice, more cleaner look to it. All right. Got it all placed here. Let's go ahead and get the screws for the AIO. Get our bracket here for the pump. Right. Get our screwdriver ready. Alright, one more screw and then we should be done with the AIO onto the case. So now to put in our pump in, we have to remove the standard bracket that the motherboard does come with, and then put our own. Just gonna route this cable. I'm also gonna route this other cable through the top as well. Just give it a little more nicer look to the front so we don't see these cables as much. Even though they do say that they're wireless, they're not really wireless. They're just the actual hub, how they all connect together. They don't actually connect to an actual like control link controller. I mean they do, but the controllers that controller is wireless. They send a signal um, to the controller, and the controller they don't connect to any controller like other Lean fans do. There we go. Get them all routed to the top there. Go ahead and remove the default AMD brackets here, and then put our Trix bracket. They're pretty much the same. I think the Trix one is just a little bit more wider. The pre-installed bracket that's on the Trix is universals. You can put on Intel and AMD. Just the brackets are different to mount the the actual pump. There you go, screws. All right. Even though even though you don't reuse the default bracket that it comes with, you do reuse the screws that the default bracket does come with to mount the Trix um, mount. All right. And then you can remove the LCD. As you can see, I just removed the LCD. from the cooler itself, just to give you better access um, to installing the cooler itself. They give you thermal paste if you want to put more thermal paste, but the pump itself already comes with pre-applied thermal paste. All right. And then for this, I am gonna lay it down. Just because it does come with these little springs that we do have to put on, and a little screw to put on after. So it makes it easier if the computer's laying down. And I always like the hoses being at the bottom like this. Just gives it a nice, more cleaner look. And then more flexibility on the hoses as well. Put the springs. Just kind of like little spacers for the screw. Just hand tighten first. And then tip, depending on which cooler you do get, and you're building your first PC, just make sure that on the actual pump itself, there's like a plastic cover covering the copper plate. Some of them do come with little like plastic peel that you do have to peel off the copper plate on the pump. Like this one came with like a little like plastic thing that just pop off. But others will come with like a plastic on it that you do have to peel off. A lot of people do forget to peel it off. And then sometimes it causes overheating, sometimes it'll just melt and it could damage your CPU. Sometimes it'll be perfectly fine. There you go. It reminds me of like the default like A and B cooler with the little spring mechanism. So we got the fan pump cable here. Go ahead and connect that. And what's cool about this cooler is you can always just disconnect it, change it whatever way you want. You can either put it sideways like this, which is the way I'm gonna do it. You can put it either side like this as well, up like this, whichever way you would want it. All just preference, which is pretty cool. That's the way I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna route this cable to the back as well. Let me go ahead and lift it now. I'm gonna do a little bit of cable managing with these two cables here. make it look nice and neat in the front. Nice and straight. With a zip tie here. This is the screen USB 2.0 and then the fan header as well. There you go. As well as you want the cable management to look nice on the back, you also want to make it look nice in the front. The camera turned off. Alright. So we're not gonna connect the USB 2.0 to the motherboard. We're gonna wait until we connect the actual power supply in here. Because power supply does come with the USB 2.0 hub, so you connect more than one USB 2.0s to that hub. Alright, all that looks nice. Let's go ahead and connect our 24 pin strimmer here. Get our strimmers ready. Actually, since we do need the USB 2.0, I'm just gonna put the power supply up to shimmer right now. So we can do the cable management with the USB 2.0 here. Alright, get the camera back up and running. This is gonna be for our hub. We're doing a 12-volt high power here. For our build. We're gonna need a 12-volt high power, 24 pin, two CPUs, one PCIe to power the USB 2.0 hub is right here, and then one SATA to power the LPD as well. Got one CPU there. The SATA, I'm gonna use the smaller one. No, this comes with a smaller SATA. Comes like staggered. It was like the staggered one. You just need to put one. You need one PCIe. And then it's going to plug it. Alright. Put that with the extra party bag. Go ahead and open up our USB hub. And then it also comes with it's a USB hub and a fan power hub, so it's perfect. You connect because the Lily fans LCD comes with they need fan power and then you need USB 2.0 to send information from the motherboard to the LCD for like temps, CPU, for whatever image you want to put on it. This one's USB 2.0 to USB. To this one. And then right. There we go. Also cool how they made it where it's magnetic and slides right into the power supply itself. Just like that. And we can put our other cables as well. Four pin here. Our PCIe. And actually, we're gonna need four. Not four. Another PCIe for the actual motherboard itself. We're gonna replace it with this one. I'm gonna put this separate. I'm gonna put it with the actual power supply. Just because there's too many cables, people go ahead and router somewhere else. Yeah, so motherboard does also need a PCIe on directly into the motherboard. Just for the USB Type C on to get more power to get that fast charging. You can like your phone gives it fast charging rather than be like regular charging. And also leave the red like a red indicating light on it, so might as well just Put another PCIe onto the motherboard. Get rid of the red light. And get more power for your USB Type C. Right, and then our SATA here. Last thing to connect. Got a motherboard ready. Let's go ahead and get all this connected here. Get our hub first connected to the motherboard. Just like that, and then we're gonna need the fan the fan power as well. Get connected. There you go. Bottom power is connected. And USB 2.0 is also connected. So now, let's go ahead and do a little bit of managing here. Got the cooler USB 2.0. So it's perfect. It fits all, every single one, and we don't have any extra space either for anything else. It's perfect. Now we're gonna do some kill matching as well. Yep, it's in there. Slide under. All right. Go ahead and cut our zip tie here. And now do a little bit more kill magic. Now that we have the hub position in the back. Uh, Let me lay it down for you guys so you guys can see what I'm doing here in the back. A lot of cables here. I always say the more zip ties, the better. Can never go wrong with too many zip ties. In this case, in the back, gives you a lot of little hooks to hook your zip tie. So you grab the cable, just give it like a nice clean look instead of it being like all scattered around and open. There you go. Now these on top are all nice and tight. Now we can start working our way down here to these cables here. You can just grab them and see how you're gonna connect all of them. Like that, I missed one. Okay, this one's tight here. Get a nice tight look. I have two 59s with high Y70. Crazy setup. Yeah, crazy. 59 is really, it's really good. It's a really good graphics card. One of the best. Actually, it is the best graphics card right now for gaming. Try and grab these cables here. Make them into one. There we go. Nice and neat right there. Now, work our way down. Here we got all these cables here. We got the AIO USB 2.0. Then we got the actual 2.0 running. So what we could do here is make these straight. Gonna zip tie this bottom one first. Get another zip tie. Get more zip ties. Like I say, you do need a lot of zip ties here. Zip ties these at the bottom here. There we go. Now we put our power supply in. Get everything else connected. Alright. I'm actually gonna start putting since we got the USB 2.0 already connected, I'm gonna put our streamers, our GPU in. Just to have all that set up. Now so we can plug and play in the back after we're all done there. Right, let's go ahead and put this bracket back on here. This on bracket. right. Now we're gonna line our bracket. Let's switch this. Okay, side. Use this one. There you go. Nice and easy. And then put that one on top, the one we just removed. Just cover the holes here. All right. Now we could put our GPU in, and then we'll put our strippers in as well. Gigabyte 5090 RTX 5090. Please give me a PC or a mouse. Unfortunately, I don't have any anything to give away today. There we go. Looks like this one does have RGB on the fans. $50.90 down. And then we do ship our $50.90 separately, just in case during shipping, if we were to ship it with the case, we don't want it to either get damaged or break during shipping, and then you receive a broken computer and your 5090 breaks. Remove this plastic here. All right. This is a 3-slotted card, so let's go ahead and remove 3 screws over here, so we're able to slot the GPU in. All right. Go ahead slot our GPU in here. There you go. Nice and easy in there. Hey man, I think it's worth to upgrade my 3070 to any or 9060. I don't know. Depends. What games are you playing? And like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to do like 4K gaming and stuff like that, or what are you trying to accomplish with um, your graphic setting? All just depends. All right, I'm going to connect our streamers here. The streamers themselves, they are wireless. They don't have any wires. They get power just from the GPU, and they just send the signal to the wireless link controller. This is pretty cool. This is what real wireless looks like. This gets powered by the power supply cable. Let's go ahead. Connect our 24 pin. To the back here. You're having FOMO with DLSS4. I would suggest I'm get you like a from a 3070, probably it's like a 4070 Super. Sorry, with the 4070 Super, you've been more than happy with what you accomplished with that card. And you'll be good for like another 4 to 5 years with that graphics card. If you have a little bit more money to spend, I would say you spend on the 4070 Ti Super or the 5070 Ti. Sorry. But if you could find a cheaper 4070 Super instead of the new 50 series card, there's not really much of a big drastic change. Probably like 2 or 3 FPS difference. Not that much. From the 50 series to the 40 series. Of course, 5090 to 4090 is completely different. But from like a 4060 to 5060, there's not that much difference. If you really wanted to do stuff, just wait one more year, and then the NVIDIA card should be a little bit better than the 4000 series. But currently, right now, 4050 and 5000 pretty much same. Besides, of course, your 5090 and your 4090. All right. All right, we got our 12 high power. Now we go ahead and put in our power supply in. We can just plug and play everything. Now we have our streamers and stuff like that. All we just have to do is just plug in our CPU cables to the front. Alright, and then we do need our power supply screws. Lee and Lee and the Y70 case provide you with screws, but I just have the power supply ones already here. So I'm just going to use those. Screw it in there. Alright, let's go ahead and start off with our CPU's cables here. And everything else, except for the PCIe that goes front. It should all just be plug and play in the back. Alright. Then we got our PCIe as well. Let's go ahead and route that. To the front here. Actually, the PCIe needs to go where this trimmer's at as well. So remove this trimmer. Just so it gives you a little bit more space to work. It's not want to come off. There you go. Now, we're actually going to need another PCIe. We're going to reach the one I use, which is no problem. There we go. Go ahead and connect our streamer back. Our 24-pin streamer. Back in here. There you go. It's back in there. Now we're just going to connect our 24 pin to our streamer here. Perfect. And then our 12-volt high power. Go. Almost done with the build. So now I gotta connect the SATA here. Where's our SATA? It's right here. There we go. Now we do a little bit of cable managing here. You know why my Wi-Fi isn't working? I tried device manager, I've the drivers, I've done everything, but it won't connect or will suck. Does it? Are you using like an adapter, or are you using the Wi-Fi from the motherboard, or what exact? How exact are you getting the Wi-Fi signal on your computer? Because it all depends. If you're using like an adapter and it has like antennas you have to put on it, even the motherboard ones, make sure you do have the antennas screwed in into the gold prong on the side near the USBs, or else like either when you connect, it either won't let you connect, or when you do connect, it's gonna have like very low signal because it's not connected to um, the antennas to give it a longer range to get Wi-Fi. All right, we're all done in the back here. This is how the back looks here. If I could grab it onto something. This is how the back looks here. After it's all cable managed. Fix our screen here. All right. Let's go ahead and plug it in, turn it on. See if we connected everything correctly. And then we should be done with this, with the first build here. Power. All right. Let's go ahead and turn it on. See if we connected everything correctly. All the fans are spinning. All of them are getting LCD. Let's see, right. Tilt it a little bit. Very nice build. A lot of LCD, a lot of RGB to the build. I'll turn off the lights so you can see a little better. On the actual GPU itself, it does have the RGB on the fans as well, so it's perfect for this vertical mount, as you can see there. It's currently white just because the you need to connect to Connect to get all the LCDs working on the RGB on the um, fans and streamers. But once you get all like the nice colors and stuff like that, not just looking white, to get all to work. Yeah, very nice build, very nice build. Very high end build. Go ahead and turn the light on again. So we got a 5090. So you get you guys the specs one more time. So in this build, it does have for CPU, it does have Ryzen 7 9800X3D with your Panorama 360 Trix cooler, paired with the motherboard Asus ROG Crosshair X870 Hero. For RAM, it does have the Corsair Dominator Titanium RGB 64 gigabytes of DDR5 6000 megahertz. For storage, he did opt in for one Crucial T705 2TB M.2 Gen 5 NVMe, and then his second drive is another NVMe, another 2TB M.2, but this one is Gen 4. Again, has a GeForce RTX 5090 gigabyte board. For power supply, they did get the Ligon Lee 1200 watt 80 plus power supply, which was perfect. Like I said, for these Ligon Lee LCD fans, you do need a lot of USB 2.0 ports just to get all the signal from the motherboard to be able to control the LCD on each fan. And then again, we also have the LCD cooler, so you also need a USB 2.0 port for that USB 2.0 cable from the cooler itself. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about this build, I'd be happy to answer. But yeah, pretty easy build. It just took me longer to cable manage, just see where I could route the hub itself and then the cables themselves as well. Just try to make it look nice and neat in the back and then in the front as well. So right here for the fans, we do have 3 reverse Lee and Lee TL wireless LCD fans. We have 3 reverse here, 3 regular, non-reverse, and another non-reverse. We got 3 exhaust, 1 exhaust in the back, and then 3 intake here. And then, like I said, you can always put 3 more at the bottom. It's just preference. You can always just put regular black non-RGB fans at the bottom. You just want more of the cooling and don't want to spend more on the fans itself, just because you can't really see the RGB at the bottom there of the case anyways. And then again, to finish it off, it's in a Y70 black touch case. Yeah, very nice build. Like I said, we do have another Y70 build. It's our premium build, I believe. So it's one of our pre-configured builds that we do have. This one was a Y70 touch build as well with the 5090, but this one was a custom build that a customer was able to configure. If you guys do want a custom build, go on our VLA Tech website and you guys could configure your own custom build there, or get in contact with customer service if you want like a certain part that you don't see on the website as well. So let me go just double check if they want me to build the other one right now or later. Just double check that.